I started off by gathering a bunch of sugar cane and gathering some more dirt and lots of cobblestone. Then I expanded my villager setup. I wanted to get some armorers going, that way I could make some perfect diamond armor and just, buy a bunch from them and enchant all of it so that it's easier to get all the enchants on it. They escaped, so I had to let them back in. Luckily, villagers will always go to their work blocks throughout the day and always go to the bell throughout the day, as well as to their beds at night, so they're pretty easy to wrangle, honestly. Had to expand up there so that I could add a bench and it would look right. And then I did some detailing, made it look all nice. I wanted to let the librarians talk to the rest of them so that I could get some discounts. So I ended up gating up the front instead of the areas where they go into. Remember that if you're making something and it doesn't look quite right, you can always just rebuild it until it looks the way you want it to. I gave them just enough bread to have 2 babies, that way they weren't stealing my bed. And then I got to work on filling in all this landscaping. Made some major progress on the terraforming front. Got almost all of it completed by the end of this video. Well, the dirt portion, not the cliffs just yet. I did make some improvements on the cliffs, but I haven't quite finished them yet. I do need to gather up a whole ton of uncobbled blackstone to get that all finished. Some andesite would be nice as well. And I'm just placing dirt. So much dirt. Basically just moved all the dirt from the ground up to here. And level by level, got it done. Filling it all in definitely took multiple inventories of dirt. I had to go back down and grab some quite often. And I was back at it with the villager trades. I got that better mending villager I was talking about, and then I released the other mending villager as I got my armors all set. Then back to placing lots and lots of dirt. I did a little bit of detailing along this cliff face where the dirt hung over the water, because I just wanted to get it out of the way. I had this stuff in my inventory for it, and I was digging up this dirt to gather it. I need to get better with the lighting stuff, but it's about to be morning, so you're gonna actually see what was getting done soon. Then went right on back to gathering dirt. Wanted to make sure I wasn't getting rid of the base of those platforms over there, so I was careful to leave some room. Whenever my inventory got full, I usually finished up whatever I was doing and then went and dropped it off and went and picked everything back up. Back to being a reverse 3D printer. And kept on going. Back and forth, back and forth. A lot of the dirt blocks like to jump up onto the top of the platform, so that was, yeah. And back to doing some detailing. Over on that corner there, I wanted to make it look like the dirt was like starting to fall off, and then I did some more filling, realized I needed torches. Did some work on the bottom portion because I already had that torched up. Brought some torches up to the top area. And filled in this section here, which I end up putting the layout for a tavern onto. Nice little tavern with a little small stable-y area. A little outhouse out back. It's my plan there. Then I set up the outline for the dock. I'm using jungle wood underwater because jungle wood looks kind of like it's warped from being underwater. I ran out, so I needed to place torches where I was thinking I needed dock to start and stop and everything. And then I went right on back to placing dirt. So much dirt. I was using the scaffolding to kind of outline exactly how far I needed to go out because I was having a tough time eyeballing it. I needed to get rid of this because it was only single dirt, and putting in the double dirt is a nightmare, honestly. And then a spider attacked me. I pulled out my bow to shoot it, but I already fell off, so I bucketed. A creeper blew up on me. I was at half a heart when I landed because of the fall damage, and I was scared. There was a zombie over there, and then there was a second zombie chasing me inside. I ate, and then I slept. And I was coming out ready to fight that zombie. I was worried that he was still around. Then I came back up here to finish that outline I had started. Went over to the scaffolding. Since this is the inner cliff, I kind of wanted to leave more of a dirt pile along the inside lines, just to represent that it's like not constantly getting washed away by the ocean. And I definitely wanted to leave room so that the square tower there isn't quite on the edge of the mountain. I wanted to give it a little space to exist in, but not enough where someone could like sneak past around it. I also wanted to make it a little bit wider, so I extended it out a little bit, put in new blocks to show where it was, made sure to put a center one in so I could make sure it was a odd number. I cut down some trees over there, and then I continued on with the valley up here. So this is the Dragon Valley. You'll see in the next video some of the stuff I started doing with it. Make sure that it has like a water spot, a rock spot, a fire spot. And then the last one I'm doing is Mystic, because this castle is mentally based on one that I had read in a book. It was a seaside castle with a dragon hatchery up to the cliff edge, and then down some winding stairs there was a fishmonger, and closer up to the castle there was a butcher shop, and they were constantly under attack from these like zombie things. So I'm building like a well fortified type of castle thing. Solid walls all around it, including through the ocean side, you know. And I finished up the outlines on this top section. You'll notice it gets highest near the edges of the cliff. That's because as a sea step, that's what it would look like. I make these cross beams so that I can light everything up because I was tired of mobs spawning on me. They were still spawning on that little higher area that I needed to get rid of. And I am a terrible aim, so you're going to see me shoot a ton of flaming arrows into the side of it. And more of these cross beams to both light it up and to kind of section it off so it feels less intimidating, because it's only small areas that I need to fill at a time. Here's me shooting poorly. And then I started getting rid of that platform since a whole ton of mobs were spawning on it, and I was not prepared for a creeper to drop on me, honestly. I fell off there, I'm sure you saw. But I went right back up to it, I jumped off there into the ocean, so that was fine, but then I set up another scaffolding tower to get back up there more easily from all the way at the bottom rather than from certain levels of the step that do have paths up there. And then just kept on filling. Double dirt, double dirt. Gotta fill it up with the double dirt. If you don't, you're gonna dig a hole and put a block in the floor, and you fall right through the floor. Some more random blocks over there that I wanted to get rid of so nothing would spawn on them. Then I started doing the outlines for this platform over here. I didn't end up getting this platform filled in that day. I ended up doing it the next day, the day before I started editing. So that'll be the next video and the last pre-recorded video. Because editing takes a long time, and I think the best route of action is to edit as I go instead of afterward. And here you'll see my updated mineshaft. There's not enough powered rails, but yeah, thanks for watching.